Right now, millions of people are wasting years commuting to jobs they hate, while 24-year-olds are making $50,000 a month taking Zoom calls from home, or their villa in Bali, or their balcony in Paris, or from wherever they want. People like Jacob, who at 24 years old makes $50,000 per month while traveling Southeast Asia, or Michael, a real estate agent who made $11,000 in his first week working from home, or Freya, who went from being a broke yogi to earning $20,000 a month working just 2 to 3 hours per day from her lounge room. I'm Kris, and over the past 10 years, I've closed over $20 million in high-ticket deals. I've trained hundreds of remote salespeople, and I've helped over 50 companies build remote high-ticket sales teams. I'm going to show you exactly how remote high-ticket sales works in 2025, what people really earn, and how complete beginners are breaking into this amazing space. But first, let me destroy one of the biggest myths in this industry. Most people think remote sales is some sketchy MLM scheme where you're cold calling your relatives to sell them an overpriced water filter. Well, not only is that dodgy, but that is completely false. Here is the reality. Remote high-ticket sales is working for legitimate companies. You're selling high-value products and services that genuinely help people and businesses. Stuff like business coaching, property investment education, fitness programs, and digital marketing services. Now, the companies that have these offers, they're spending thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to generate leads through online marketing. And these companies, they need skilled professionals to convert those leads into new customers. And here's the kicker. The demand for remote closers and appointment setters has exploded since COVID. Companies, they're willing to pay big money to the right people who are trained in the specific skill set that it takes to be successful. So if you're looking for location freedom, time freedom, and uncapped earning potential, this could be your ticket. So what exactly is remote closing? Well, first up, let's clear up what it's not. It ain't telemarketing, cold calling strangers out of the yellow pages. It ain't MLM or pyramid schemes. And it's certainly not selling $30 gadgets with no commissions or commissions that barely cover your bus fare home, because you will be riding the bus if you're selling $30 stuff. But here's what it is. High ticket products or services, $5,000, $10,000, even $50,000 coaching, fitness, or investment programs. Inbound leads. You're speaking to people who've already raised their hand. They want information. They're warm. It's all done over Zoom or over the phone. There's no commutes. There's no water cooler in the corner having a chat about your Monday. The role, it's very simple. Be the bridge between the business and the customer. You guide them through the offer, answer their questions, and you get paid a commission if they buy. Now that commission, it could be $500, it could be $1,000, it could be $2,000 or more per deal. James, a physiotherapist from Perth, landed a remote sales gig. So the first thing he did was booked a ticket to Greece. He was getting paid $1,000 per sale. So he literally paid for his holiday by taking a few calls every morning. Now, if you're thinking, but Kris, I don't have sales experience, that is actually an advantage. You see, the best closers, they're not slick salespeople. They're coaches, trainers, they're teachers, they're people who genuinely care about solving problems. People get skeptical when someone's too salesy. And this brings me to the money. There are two major roles in remote sales. You got the appointment setter, who's responsible for qualifying leads and setting appointments. And you've got the closer, who, as the name suggests, is responsible for closing the deal. Now, most closing roles, they pay a 10% commission. If you close a $10,000 deal, you're earning $1,000. If you do that a few times a week, it's going to stack pretty quickly. Setters, they typically earn between $5,000 and $8,000 per month. But top setters, they'll earn up to 10 grand per month. Min made $13,000 in his first month, which was more than he'd ever made in a 4-year career in real estate. Brad was a personal trainer earning $6 grand a month. Now he makes over $36,000 every month. Katie was a beauty therapist who now earns 10 grand a month working from home. Now let me be clear, this isn't some passive income, get rich quick overnight scheme. You will work, you'll take calls every day. But when the calls pay $1,000 if you sell, the upside is obvious. Now on a typical day, you might have 6 booked appointments, but you'll have gaps throughout the day. Now you'll often have a flexible arrangement with your employer or the company. You can start later, you can finish earlier if you want. It is flexible, but it's still work. So how do you actually get started? Well, there are 3 main steps to breaking into this industry. Step number 1 is you need to get trained. This isn't something that you can wing. You need to learn the psychology of selling. You need to learn how to build rapport. You need to learn how to handle objections. You need to learn the art of consultative selling. Because if you've learned old sales systems and old sales training, it ain't gonna work. You need to learn new ways of selling. Step number 2 is pick a niche that pays and you're interested in. This is crucial. We wanna have the sweet spot between your interest interest and income potential. If you've got a fitness background or you're interested in training, work with an online fitness company. If you're a former business owner, sell business coaching. If you're a property investor, join a buyer's agency or sell investment education. If you're a tradie, sell coaching that helps tradie businesses grow. Passion makes selling easier. You're going to sound more authentic and you will close more deals. Step number 3 is build your network. Here's something most people don't know. 80% of remote sales roles are never advertised. They don't make it to Seek or Indeed. They get filled through relationships. So start building your network. Join Facebook groups where other closers and business owners hang out. Connect with business owners and other closers on LinkedIn or other platforms or Instagram. Join communities that are dedicated to remote sales. You see, most opportunities, they don't come from job ads, they come from people. And if you want to fast track the process and eliminate mistakes, find a training company that can support you from A to Z, like ours at the Remote Sales Institute. Shameless plug. But here's what you need to avoid. Because the truth is, it's not all Bali sunsets and laptops by the pool. There are good things. The good is you get location freedom, uncapped earnings, a flexible schedule, no commute. People like Jay, who was a real estate agent, who now pulls in $56,000 every month, working flexibly from home. Or Zach, who makes $15,000 per month, working less than 30 hours per week. Or Bobby, who's making $1,000 per Zoom call while living in Bali. But there are challenges. You're going to face rejection. It's not easy. Bad calls are going to happen. Not every offer is legitimate. And you need a lot of discipline when you're working from home. Now, there are some red flags you need to avoid as well. Commission-only roles with no proven track record of that company. Cold calling, which is disguised as remote sales. It ain't. Companies making wild income promises without any proof. Here's what to look for. Warm inbound leads. Proven products with real results from real clients. Solid training and support from the company, and transparent commission structures. The reality is, remote closing is no longer a secret. It's one of the fastest growing online income opportunities in 2025. But here's what separates the winners from the losers. Commitment. See, most people dabble. They don't get proper training. They quit within a few months. They mess around and they never get traction. The ones who win, they fully commit. They make a powerful decision. So the question isn't, is this going to work? The question is, are you willing to commit the time, energy, and effort to learning skills that will change your life? If you are, then hit the subscribe button right now. Because every week I break down the exact steps to escape the 9-to-5 and build freedom through remote closing. And check the description for more resources to help you on the journey. And I'll see you soon.